underdogs to favorites, we break it down. Empty Field Podcast, the talk of the town. Empty Field, where we lay it all out. Breaking down games, removing all doubt. Interviews with stars, we're bringing the heat. Sports news and odds talk that can't be beat.
Welcome to another episode of the Empty Field Podcast. My name is Mathew Hansen. Today I have a fighter coming out of Fargo, North Dakota. It is Kayla Sirjord. Kayla, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. First off, tell us about yourself.
I guess I'm a former college basketball player turned fighter, I guess is my short bio.
Okay. How did you switch into MMA?
I graduated and moved back home and just needed something competitive to do and found MMA about that time. Got into it really fast. Just kind of fell right place, right time.
Okay. Was there someone that introduced you to it?
Yes, actually, my now boyfriend, Colin Huckbody.
Okay. What was life like before fighting?
I mean, I went to college out of state, so there was like a lot of differences, I guess. Like I've always been very close with my family, but now I'm like very like physically close to them, so I see them more, but that's just kind of not necessarily because of fighting, but just because of like physical location. But I guess like something I have noticed is my fights are like a great excuse for my family to all come together other than just like big holidays. So yeah, it's a cool excuse to see people I don't see that often.
Yeah. I was going over your amateur record, and all your fights, none of them went to decision. Do you intentionally do that so the judges don't get involved?
Yeah, I mean, bringing up Colin again, I guess I saw firsthand one of his fights not go his way in a really controversial split decision. So I got to see it with my own eyes, like why not to leave it up to the judges, but also I mean, I had opportunities to finish the fights before the decision, so why would I not take it?
Very true. How would you describe your style to someone that has never seen you fight before?
I think it's pretty cool that when I found MMA, it was because I was attracted to MMA. So I don't have like a wrestling background. I don't have like a taekwondo background or karate background or anything like that. I got into MMA with like the desire to be like a mixed martial artist. So um I try to be well-rounded and still being relatively new to the game. There's a lot I need to work on and some things I'm pretty good at, but yeah, I'm just working on being as well-rounded as possible at this point in my amateur career.
Okay, well, you brought up that you're working on things. What's one thing that you think that you're the strongest at?
Gosh, I think I'm just being a former like college athlete, I'm pretty athletic. So I'm trying to find ways to use that experience in the cage. But yeah, figuring it out, I guess.
Okay, and then what's one thing that you're actively working on to improve?
Everything. I am not satisfied with any part of my game at this point, so I'm still going to a lot of like technique classes along with like the MMA practices and just trying to sharpen all of my skills, and there's no part of my game that I'm satisfied at yet.
Okay. Um, let's go back to November 21st. Your fight against Cassandra. Walk us through that fight.
Oh, so that one is kind of exciting. Actually, there's a little bit of like backstory that not a lot of people know about, or that my record doesn't show. I was actually scheduled to fight her sister the month before, and from my understanding, there was an injury that may or may not have been legitimate that caused her to pull out short notice. So that's kind of like my biggest like issue right now is I've had a lot of fights where my opponents had threatened to pull out or have pulled out, and it's pretty frustrating. I never dealt with that in any other sport. So I was pretty fired up about that. Thank goodness I had someone step up and fill her sister's place, so I didn't lose that. Like I I still got to fight that night that I was expecting to, but I was pretty frustrated. So she kind of took the heat for her sister, I guess.
Literally, it was called off in the first round by striking. You must have been in there wanting to
Yes.
kill her.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. It was fun to have a little bit of uh, a one-way beef, I guess, there.
How do you adjust in a short notice like that? Like, hey, we're gonna have to postpone this one, but we have this girl right here ready to fight. Do you accept it, or how do you adjust to that?
Yeah, well, I suppose it's different being an amateur, versus like when I am a pro one day. At this point, I'm just trying to look for as much experience as possible. So both times I had opponents pull out, and short notice replacements were offered. I took them both just for the sake of I need experience, and it was there. So, I guess that might not be the case in all professional opportunities, but my record doesn't matter at this point. So, um, I'm just trying to get in the cage as many times as possible. So whoever wants to get in there is
Oh,
a good opportunity for me.
you brought up pro. How long until you go pro?
Um, I for sure want one more fight after this one. Um, Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. It'll just kind of depend on what promotions can give me the best opportunities, I guess, and how well I feel like I'm developing my skills. I feel like every fight I've been able to fix something or another, and just develop in different ways. So hopefully just continue on that route and yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's no real timeline, but can't be too far away at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Only losing one fight in two-ish, say 2 years, not bad. You brought up your next opponent, Shay Kaminsky, who we've had on the show multiple times. Do you want to say anything to Shay?
No, I mean, I have seen clips of you asking people to talk trash to their opponents. But no, I I think that's kind of funny. That's different. Um, but no, I have a lot of respect for anybody that does what we do. It's not easy, and uh, like I said, I'm just looking for good experience at this point. So it might be fun one day to have like the beef I was talking about with future opponents, but it's not there with Shay. I just am looking forward to getting to compete against another good athlete and just see how it goes. Get us some both some good experience there.
Perfect. What's the toughest lesson that MMA has taught you so far? Because you went from basketball, which is not really like getting punched in the face, to literally getting punched in the face.
Yeah, a lot. Gosh, I could go on about this, but I'll try to make it short. But I think like the individual sport aspect, I ran track in high school, so I got a little bit of a taste of that, but um, it's so cool that like there's no one to blame my mistakes on but myself, and I have to take responsibility for all of the hard work and all the stuff that if I miss a workout, it's on me. I don't have teammates that I'm letting down. I'm letting down myself. And um, if I lose a fight, if I win a fight, like I kind of have to. Granted, like there are team aspects of MMA, and I don't want to sell that short. I have a lot of really great training partners and coaches and people supporting me and helping me. But at the end of the day, it's me in there that's getting punched in the face and taking the hit. So it's kind of cool to have to like take on that responsibility and yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that.
No, it's perfect. So your fight's coming up. How does camp look like? Is it getting more intensified?
Yeah, I guess like I've tried to like keep in mind the idea of fight camp for the sake of future professional experience, I guess, but um I haven't really not trained. I'm still like relatively new to it. I haven't been training for 10 plus years. So it's still exciting to me. I haven't had to take a lot of time off or anything. So it's been like pretty much the same in camp versus out of camp. Just continuing to train and work on skills. But um, I don't know. I guess I died a little bit cleaner in camp, but it's kind of always in camp at this point.
You bring up dieting. After the fight, coming up against Shay. Is there a go-to meal that you like? Is it a pizza? Is it a burger? I had people say they like going to get sushi.
I don't really have like a go-to, and usually like after my first like crappy meal, I'm like pretty much over it because of how bad it makes me feel. So, um, I don't know. I usually get out of my system like eat something at the casino that night and just feel gross and want to go back to my normal diet. But I don't know. At this point, everything looks good. People always have like donuts and stuff at the gym, and wish I could join, but I'll be over that soon. So
Stop. Before we continue this episode here, are you staying hydrated? No. Have you tried Hydrify? Man, it's not just flavored water. It's clean hydration with electrolytes that actually work. No sugar crash, no junk ingredients. Pretty simple. Hydrify keeps you sharp and fueled for the day. I use it because, man, it's simple, effective, and it just tastes real good. Hydrate smarter, hydrate better. That's Hydrify. Use promo code MTF to get 10% off your order. Just say, hey, Matt from the Empty Field podcast sent you.
I'm sorry. In your amateur career right now, what does success look like for you?
just like continuing to progress as much as possible, and like I said, like be as well-rounded um and like clean up. I don't want weaknesses in my game. So when I go pro, I don't want someone to look at me and say like this is like the sure way to beat her. Um I want to be like well-rounded enough where I can beat anyone in any area of the fight.
Okay. On days that you're just exhausted, you're tired, you don't want to go to the gym, how do you push yourself to get there?
Kind of going back to what I said about like the individual aspect of it, like knowing that like to an extent there are a lot of people that like are excited to see me in there and like are supportive of me and want to see me do well. So sometimes it is like I'm doing it for the people who believe in me, but then also like really staying true and focused on like if I don't go, I'm only letting down myself. Like it's on me to do the work and show up, and do I want to disappoint myself, or do I want to keep working and keep getting better and do what I set out to do? Yeah, so it's kind of like a discipline thing, like just not wanting to quit on myself.
Yeah. Um, you earlier you brought up your basketball career. Where did you go to college at?
I kind of transferred a few times. A few of the colleges I didn't have the best experience at, so I'll just list the one that I loved. Lakeland College was my junior college in Illinois. We won a national championship there. A lot of my best
Oh.
friends to this day are still in that area. But yeah, I had great coaches, great teammates, great experiences there. So I'll claim that school.
Cool. All right. Now it's time for the rapid fire question. Are you more aggressive in the cage or patient?
I'm that's something I'm working on, is like finding times when to do both. Like I watch the UFC fights and see people um being aggressive, being patient, being counters, being initiators, but I'm trying to like pick and choose and figure out when it's appropriate to do what.
Okay. Your favorite part about training?
Oh my gosh, I thought these are supposed to be rapid. Oh, oh gosh, I don't. There's so much. I don't know. I like the feeling like after training, feeling like I got like just like beat up, demolished, and like having survived a really hard workout.
Okay. I have a feeling I know the answer to this next question. Would you rather have a first round finish or a late round war?
Oh, that's actually funny because I would almost rather have a late round war. I've had
Oh.
so many first round finishes that haven't really felt satisfying. I want to have the war. I think it's time for that.
Perfect. One word to describe your style,
Athletic.
and then one word to describe you.
Ooh. Versatile.
Versatile. Nice. Have you looked at your Tapology lately?
Not recently, I guess.
So for everybody that so I'm based in Minnesota. You are the number 4 ranked pound for pound fighter in Minnesota, and then the number 2 ranked pound for pound fighter in both North and South Dakota. How's that make you feel?
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, still early on, so we'll see how far I can get. I mean, national rankings one day would be really cool. I don't think the rankings are cool. I don't think I'm really concerned with like other people and like where I stand among other people. I just am kind of out there to be the best version and as good as a version of myself as I can be. So it's cool, but I'm really focused on like my progress.
Okay. Is there anybody you want to give thanks to or give a special shout out to?
Yes, I have some sponsors. Bear with me. First of all, my 2 gyms, Academy of Combat Arts and GTC Wrestling, Johnston & Sons Electric, Green Construction, Johnson's Auto Repair, Vic's Bar and Grill, CI Sports, MJ Capelli's Hair Salons, Mind Pump, Shorewood Bar and Grill, Inspire Health and Wellness, and Blue Apple Chiropractic. And then, of course, my gym family, my blood family, all my friends and fans, and everyone that's supporting my journey.
Perfect. Where can everybody find you on social media?
My Instagram is just Kayla Syriard. Facebook, I post a lot on. I suppose that's it.
Okay. Well, I don't want to say anything because again, Shay was on, so I want you guys to have a late round war, bloody each other up, and then they call it as a no contest. I don't know. I can't pick a winner between you two because you guys are great. But I want you guys to give it hell at the end of February and let the best lady win.
Sounds good. We'll do our best.
Fans of 1T Media Production, do you guys drink coffee? Sure you do. I, myself, drink quite a bit of coffee, so I always turn to a Fuera coffee for my go-to. It's smooth, it's bold, it's not too heavy. Perfect for that early morning or when you just need to lock in for the day. The best part is, at every purchase, 5% goes back to the great outdoors. Get a bag like this. I get 2 myself. Use promo code MTF and you get 15% off your order. Guys, what's not to love about coffee, free money, and deliciousness? A Fuera coffee.
Sports news and odds, that's our deal. From underdogs to favorites, we break it down. Empty Field Podcast, the talk of the town. Empty Field, where we lay it all out. Breaking down games, removing all doubt. Interviews with stars, we're bringing the heat. Sports news and odds, talk